your training to be a K-9 officer?
I had to put in for the position within the department. And for me, I'm a sergeant. So when a sergeant opening came up, the sergeants had the opportunity to put in for that position. So you'll fill out paperwork and you got to go through an oral board, which is like an interview, where you go in and there's a panel of like 5 people and they grade you on how you do on your oral board. And once you're picked from there, which I was lucky enough to be number 1, they get a dog for you. He goes through a handler course. The dog goes through a course where he teaches him how to find drugs, how to find people, how to bite, and then let go. That's a big part of it with the aggression. And then I go through a month-long handler school where I go through and I work with the dog. And I get to know the dog and I learn how to be an actual K-9 handler.
How did you train the dog?
I kind of learned with him, him being my first dog, and it's Alpha. You go through and there's a trainer. And like I said, he goes through and he trains the dog. For narcotics, how they train them for narcotics is they'll get a toy. And that's all these dogs want to do is they want to play. I mean, honestly, they're like kids. They want to play. So they'll put drugs in that toy and they seal it up and they play fetch with the dog. And the dog goes and gets the toy and he brings it back. So now when the dog sees his toy, he smells those narcotics, he starts thinking that the toy is his narcotics. So you play fetch, the dog gets it. The dogs smell a lot better than we do, and they also have a nostril inside their mouth. So like when they have the toy in their mouth, they're smelling.
How does the K-9 react to the criminals?
So if somebody just goes and steals some donuts from Quick Trip, we're not going to go out with the dog and chase after them because that's not a threat. So if somebody tries to hurt you or tries to hurt me or they do something violent, that's when we get the dog out and we'll track with the dog.
Will your K-9 bite you if you were wearing a bite suit?
We never do that. Probably not. We've never tried it, to be honest with you, but I would probably not because I'm the master. I'm the alpha there.
How often do you have to walk the dog?
As often as I can. A lot of times, like I said, I don't like leaving him. He stays in the car a lot, like we have here. But every chance I do, I get him out. But I won't, hour and a half. But usually we're pretty busy and it doesn't go too long and it gets to get out.
Can the K-9 take a command from a different person?
Definitely, like for the bite command, no. If we came in here, I could probably tell you a couple commands and he may listen.
When you are walking your dog, will it bite a different person?
Not unless I tell him to or if they're a threat. He's a pretty social dog.
Could the K-9 play with kids safely?
We're not going to take that chance. Like, my dog's a very social dog, and I really don't think if I brought him in here now, he'll play with my kids at home. But if I brought him in here now, I really don't think he'd do anything. But at the end of the day, we do train him to bite. Because when we put this uniform on, they know they're going to work. They know when they get in that car, they know kind of what's going on, and they know it's time to work.
What is your job in protecting our community with the K-9?
With the dog, it's, a lot of times it's finding the bad guy. Where there's drugs, there's usually guns. And guns aren't a good thing on the street, in those situations. So we do a lot of work catching people with drugs and guns and getting them off the streets.
Would you like to tell me anything else?
No, it's a pleasure being here. Appreciate coming out and talking with the public and, like I said, you guys, and answering questions.